Thank you very much for inviting me to participate in this event. I speak to you today both as Canada's ambassador to the United Nations and as a former CEO of one of Canada's leading law firms, McCarthy Tétrault. Diversity is essential for business success. A diverse and inclusive workforce allows you to develop closer ties with your clients. It's a source of new and different insights and innovative ideas, and it drives excellence and strengthens the organization. During my time at McCarthy Tétrault, we committed to ensuring gender diversity in the workplace. In 2012, we were the first law firm in Canada to sign the Catalyst Accord, which calls on Canadian corporations to increase the overall FP 500 board seats held by women to 25% by 2017. Currently, women make up 27% of McCarthy Tétrault's board. We created programs to build women's leadership capacity, and we established a parental support program to assist parents in balancing their career demands with their home life, including a maternity leave buddy program, emergency daycare, and more. But bottom line, it's all about opportunities. It's all about making sure that women get opportunities. This is why the E4She campaign is so important, for example. This is why Prime Minister Trudeau became a global E4She leader. The men still have a lot of control over many of the opportunities. Men need to champion women to get access to opportunities. Creating this enabling environment requires effort. It's about building on all aspects of your corporate culture, from the concept of excellence, client service, teamwork, trust, and accountability in such a way that addresses the needs and priorities of women. By doing so, you not only ensure a more gender-balanced organization, you also ensure for a stronger, more efficient organization. At McCarthy Tétrault, the positive impacts of a gender-balanced company were clear for our team, our reputation, and of course, our bottom line. It's also about creating a corporate culture that allows for feedback. If your culture does not allow for feedback, then people will get one opportunity, but in many cases, they will not get the even more important second one. Building a culture of feedback is therefore key for creating opportunities for women. Achieving gender equality and the empowerment of all women and girls is a key priority for Canada, both at home and abroad. We cannot realize the Sustainable Development Goals if half of the world's population is left behind. We cannot realize the Sustainable Development Goals if only half of the talent on this planet is tapped into. When women's and girls' voices are valued and included, when they have greater access to leadership roles and meaningful participation in decision-making, societies become more stable, prosperous, and peaceful. That is why our Prime Minister appointed a gender-balanced cabinet last autumn, and why Canada's Minister for International Development and La Francophonie, Marie-Claude Bibeau, has committed to putting the empowerment of all women and girls and gender equality at the heart of its international assistance agenda. We know that when women succeed, the entire economy benefits. A 2015 McKinsey report found that 12 trillion could be added to global GDP by 2025 by advancing women's equality. And while many women lead successful businesses and are active members of corporate boards, they remain underrepresented. Domestically, Canada is supporting women's leadership on corporate boards with a target of 30% representation on public and private boards by 2019. Internationally, women's economic empowerment is a development assistance priority for Canada. By addressing the legal, regulatory, and policy environment and building their capacity for leadership and participation in decision-making, Canada is supporting hundreds of thousands of women around the world to increase their access to and control over productive resources, technology, and capital, as well as to develop the skills they need to improve their employability for higher value jobs. Despite all of the wide-ranging benefits that arise from their leadership and participation in decision-making, women and girls still face many barriers. And it's not just legal and regulatory barriers that prevent them from holding office or being members of an executive board. Violence against women and girls is one of the most underreported, yet persistent and pervasive human rights abuses in the world. It prevents women and girls from reaching their full human potential, and it robs us all of their meaningful contribution to economies and societies. It is 2016, and still 1 in 3 women will experience violence in their lifetime. This is unacceptable, and we need to work together to end this scourge. Women and adolescent girls also need greater access to the full range of sexual and reproductive health services and information, and to fully enjoy their right to choose if, when, and how many children they will have. We also need to ensure that their participation in society and the economy is enabled by policies and programs that alleviate their unpaid work burden, such as child and elder care programs and flexible work and leave policies. We need to respect and accommodate the multiple roles that women and girls have in society so that we can all benefit from having their voices at the table. As you continue your discussions about what business can do to advance gender equality and its centrality to achieving the Sustainable Development Goals, please keep in mind the broad range of factors that pose challenges to women's participation in decision-making, including intersectional issues such as ethnicity, religion, class, gender identity, and sexual orientation. All of these factors need to be considered before we can truly say we've achieved gender equality and the empowerment of all women and girls. And remember, it is all about opportunities. Thank you.